This is Subtech, and today we're gonna do stuff. We're gonna work on the house again. I laid a little bit of this tile out just to kind of get a feel for where it's gonna lay and how it's gonna look. I don't think it's going to actually lay that way. I'm going to try to split the room up a little bit more, but we'll see. I'll play with the measurements. But first, I'm going to go have me some breakfast / lunch. I've been finishing up editing another video, trying to get it up before I start this video. And it turned into kind of, I need something to eat. So we'll get that done and then we'll be right back. Well, as you can see, it is still snow on the roads. Well, not so much on the roads, but it's still on the ground. There is some icy patches, but I think it's this little white car goes through it real easy. But I got to go to Home Depot, and so we're gonna take the truck just in case I got to get something. You know, I got to put in the back something larger than what this little white car will carry. But this is what it looks like right now. There's that igloo. Doesn't look like he's gonna finish it this year. I don't know, he might come out and try to finish it up, but it was a little bit further along than it was the other day. All right, well, I'm gonna get this truck warmed up so we can get it going down the road. Bottom of the viewfinder, but it's not part of the lens. Went to lunch, worked back to the house, gonna start the project. First thing you gotta do is pick the tile back up off the floor and finish pulling the stuff out of this closet and making it ready to go. Okay, got the tile picked up. Alright, and now it's time to empty the closet so I can work in the closet. Those things are a tight fit in there. I think that was the hardest part of the job. Okay, now we're going to use the Helmacam and take the rest of the vinyl out of the closet. I was wrong. The stupid trim in the closet is going to be the hardest thing to do on this floor. Man, it is stuck to flexible sheetrock. It's hard to pull off there because it's stuck, and if I try to pull too hard, I'm going to break the sheetrock. I'm trying not to break the sheetrock, which I've already punched a couple holes in it. Easy enough to repair, but still I'd rather not do it. It also looks like when they put that vinyl down, they put it down after they put in the kickboard, and what's happening is there's a little lip for that vinyl hanging up, and it's holding the bottom of that kickboard down, just making it harder for me to get any leverage with it. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull that vinyl up out of there and then finish the kickboard. See, it's these kind of things you got to do. You got to think through the process while you're doing stuff. Okay, that was too freaking easy that time. You gotta be sure that you mark your kickboards before so you know where to put them back the next time. Last one! Jiminy Christmas! You can hear the TV downstairs. Anyways, it's time to pull the toilet. So the first thing you want to do is turn off the water to the tank. This being the tank, this being the water. You get that totally turned off all the way. Nice and tight. And then you want to flush it. So all the water drains out. Hold it there for a little bit and make sure you get everything out. Now you want to check the tank to see if the water's out. So it's pretty much empty, as you can see. So now the next thing you want to do is have a place to store the toilet while it's not being used. And remember, there's still water in the bowl, and there's a nice icky wax ring on the bottom down below. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to pick it up and put it into the tub. But first, I was thinking I'd put a tarp under it, but I think on second thought, I think maybe I won't do that. But let's see how that works out. All right, now we're going to disconnect the water from the water tank since we turned it off. It'll probably still get a little wet, but that's what's going to happen. And the disconnect is right there. I should probably get a towel. Well, you know, I just happen to have one right here. Yeah, there's no water left in it now. The next part is taking off these little boogers right here, because that's what's holding it to the floor. If I remember correctly, these screw on and off. And then there's a bolt underneath of it. Double check. Yep, that's the way that is. That was fairly easy. Plastic screws. Okay, there are two of those little bolts in there. Make sure you get them both off. Then it should basically just pull right up, like so.
Ugh. Ooh, duty. Oh, you're feeling water.
Yeah.
That's Brody.
I probably will need some assistance. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, got the toilet up and got it in the bathtub. Got my wife to help me put it in the tub. I don't know if I got that on film, but I don't know if I'm going to actually put it in film because she doesn't like to be on if she doesn't have to. But anyways, this is what we have left. I got to pull that little bit of vinyl up. There it sits in the toilet in the tub, and then we'll of course have to put all that back together when it's time to put the toilet back in. But that's going to be a little while. So, okay, let's get this vinyl up and check the floor and make sure that we're good to go with putting sealer on it. All right, you see all this wet, and it's pretty bad. So it's going to have to be replaced, which means I'm going to have to cut it out of there and replace it with some plywood, some new plywood. I'm going to have to replace the flange, which kind of means I'm done for the night. Yeah, I kind of want that to dry out this evening before I start cutting into it and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm going to find where the joists are at and then frame it back up and start new and fresh. Alright, another thing I recommend is you stuff something into the hole there to keep the sewer gases and the smell coming back up in the room. Something simple like I did some plastic bags here. Don't shove it way down in there to where you lose it, just in there so it just kind of seals it up a little bit. But that ought to work, be good enough to work for you. Alright, well, I'm going to let this rest tonight because I want the part around there to kind of dry out a little bit. And then I'll take a saw to it in the morning and see what I need to replace. And it'll be another trip to Home Depot's. Other than that, everything is looking pretty good. Well, everybody, I do appreciate you coming by and watching what's going on. You know, subscribe so you can follow the progress on all the home improvement stuff going on around here. Still got lots of things. We got this floor, we got the kitchen floor, we got closets downstairs that we got to do. We're going to be doing, I got to finish, I don't know if any of you have been around long enough that you've seen some of my fence stuff. I got the back piece of that fence that I got to finish up, so we'll be doing that. Got to get the yard and everything so it's all nice and curb ready. Lots of things, lots of transformations. So if you want to see how that all works out, stay tuned to see how it turns out. And of course, I'm also going to be going down and working on the bug out land and working on the shack there. So I got more video that needs to get edited and put up for that. So for those of you that came by in the beginning for that, don't worry, there's going to be a whole lot more of that too. That's never going to end. But for now, this is Subdak, and I do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, so far so good. We'll see when we kind of get on these hilltops and little valleys and stuff. But so far so good. Got people stuck. Other people can't get to what they're trying to do. Oh, there's a guy down there throwing salt, trying to help people out. I don't know that that's going to work. Well, that's nice of them, awful neighborly of them, trying to throw salt or rock or something, looks like. Not sure what he's throwing out there. I must be getting old or something.